Hello students, welcome to today's session. As you can see here, today I will try to solve your queries, right? Some students they wrote me that they have some problem in some questions that in the worksheet I already given you, worksheet 1 and 2. So first I am taking questions from worksheet number 1 based on squares and square roots. Squares and square roots, worksheet 1 we are talking about. Some students they wrote me that they have problem in these questions. So first I am discussing here question number third. Although this question is very simple, but one student he have problem in this question. Question was without adding find sum. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17. Question was without actual addition you need to find sum of these odd numbers. Odd numbers you can see here, these are consecutive odd numbers starting from 1 till 17, and you have to find sum of all these odd integers. So as we discussed earlier also, we can use here one property related with squares. What was the property? Just recall it. The property was we can express any of the square number in the sum of consecutive odd numbers. So you can see here how many consecutive odd numbers are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It means here are first 9 consecutive odd numbers are written there, and we have to find their sum. So according to the rule, first 9 consecutive numbers are given there, and we need to find the square of 9 only. Without adding we are finding the answer. So we know that square of 9 is 81. It means the sum of all these consecutive odd numbers is 81. Why 81? Since here first 19 consecutive odd numbers are written there, that's why their sum is 9 square means 81. It was very simple question. Now I I hope that you understand this. This was very simple question. You count how many consecutive odd numbers are given there, and you find the square of that number, you will find the answer. It was very simple. So one more question was there. Some boys they have problem in this question. It was question number 4. The question was express 19 square as sum of two consecutive integers. Express 19 square as sum of two consecutive integers. So another property of square number we'll use here. We have to convert this 19 square in the sum of two consecutive integers. So how we can write this 19 square in the sum of two consecutive? So let n equals to 19. Since 19 is given there, we can take is as n, right? So n square is, we can write n square as n square plus 1 by 2, then plus n square minus 1 by 2. If you don't understand how we can write it, you can solve it also. I am solving here. N square plus 1 by 2 plus n square minus 1 by 2 is written there. If we solve this, so how we can solve it? Since denominators are same, we can write it like this. Now n square and n square, we can write it 2n square. Since we know that in algebra we can add like terms, and here 1 and this minus 1 we can remove from here upon 2. By 2 we can cancel 2, so we have n square. It means we can write n square as n square plus 1 by 2 and plus n square minus 1 by 2. Hope you understand. Now the value of n is 19 here. So after writing 19 in the place of n, we have here 19 square plus 1 by 2, and here we have 19 square minus 1 by 2. Right? Now you need to find 19 square. What is 19 square? So many methods are there. So by using any of the method you can find square of 19. So I am using this method. 361 I find after calculating. So 361 is the square of 19 and plus 1 we can write here. Here also 361 minus 61 minus 1 by 2. Now 361 plus 1, 362 we can write, and here 360 we can write after subtracting 1 from 361. So after solving it, what we have here? 181. And what we have here? 180. And 19 square we can write as it is. So here is answer. We can write 19 square as sum of two consecutive numbers. We can also write it. 19 square equals to 180 plus 181. So 19 square we can write as 180 plus 181 by using this formula. It means the conclusion is we can express any of the square number in the sum of two consecutive integers by using this formula. Now hope you understand how we can convert, how we can express any of the square in the sum of two consecutive integers, right? Some boys, they wrote me that they have problem in question number 10 also, Pythagorean triplet. How we can find Pythagorean triplets if any of one number is given. In this case, one number was 8 in first case, 16 was in second case, in third part 20 was given, and in fourth part 36 was given. So one number of Pythagorean triplets was given and you have to find another two numbers. So we know that we can write Pythagorean triplets as 2m m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. It means if the numbers are in this form, so we can say that the numbers are Pythagorean triplets. So first number is given m, so let m, 2m we can take as 8. So m we can easily find from here. What is m? M is 4 here, right? So what is m square minus 1? It will be 4 square minus 1 means 16 minus 1 means 15, and m square plus 1 we can write it 4 square plus 1, so 16 plus 1, that is 17, right? So for first part 2m already 8 we have here, m square minus 1, then m square plus 1. These are Pythagorean triplets. So here 2m is 8, m square minus 1 just we calculated, it is 15, and m square plus 1 is 17. So These are Pythagorean triplets 8, 15 and 17. 8 is given and two numbers we have calculated here. These are 15 and 17. Hope you understand. Now one more part I am solving for you. Part number C I am solving for you now. C part. Rest of the two parts you have to do by your own now. So let 2m equals to 20. Its first number is given here. So m will be 20 by 2, that is 10. So value of m is 10. Now we need to find m square minus 1. Means 10 square minus 1. 9. 10 square means we know that square of 10 is 100. Then 100 minus 1 we can write it. That is 99 we can write it. So m square plus 1. 10 square plus 1 means 100 plus 1, that is 101. So Pythagorean triplets are 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. So what is 2m? 2m is 20. We can write here 20. M square minus 1, just we calculated here 99, and m square plus 1 is 101. So these three numbers are Pythagorean triplets 20, 99 and 101. Hope you understand now. Two parts are still left and you have to do by your own. Now few students, they wrote me they have problem in diagonal method of finding squares. Some students, they have problem in this method also. So let me explain what is this method. This is very interesting method to find squares of any of the number. Doesn't matter number is of 2 digit or it of 10 digit. With the help of this method, you can easily find, without much more calculation, you can easily find out square of any of the number. With example, I will explain you. First I am taking 2-digit numbers. Suppose 19 I am taking and we need to find square of 19. Conventional method you already know, we can multiply 19 with 19, you can find, but we have to learn here diagonal method. How we can use diagonal method to find square of 19. So since we know that there are 2 digits in 19, so we have to make a grid of squares 2 by 2. Means 2 rows should be there and 2 columns should be there, like this. 2 rows are there and 2 columns are there. This is very first thing. And since it is diagonal method, it means we have to divide each of the box or each of the square into diagonals. So we have to draw here diagonal. This is the diagonal for first box. This is diagonal for second, for third and for fourth. Right? Now 1, 9 we have to write 1 here, we have to write 9 here, and similarly 1 here, 9 here. This method is very interesting. Now we have to multiply 1 with 1 for this box. What we'll get when we multiply 1 by 1? We have 1 only. Since 2 boxes are there, so we have to write our answer in 2 digits. So we can put 0 here. So we can write it 0, 1, and 0 we can write here and 1 we can write here. This is very simple. Similarly, for this box, we have to multiply this 9 with 1. We know that 9 into 1 is 9. And since 2 boxes are there, we have to write in 2 digit. It means we have to write in 2 digit, that is 0, 1. So we have to write 0 here and 9 here. For this box, we can multiply this 9 with 1. Again we have 9, but in 2 digits, so we can write it 0, 9. This is very interesting. And for fourth box, we have to multiply 9 with 9, 81. Already 2 digits are there, so we can write 81 like this. Right? So 19 square equals to, now what to do? Start from the bottom end. This is the first box and you have to write 1 as it is, and this is the second diagonal. This is the first diagonal, 1 only, and this is second diagonal. In second diagonal, 3 numbers are coming there, 3 digits are coming there, 9, 8 and 9. We have to add all these together. So we know that 9 and 9, 18, 18 and 8, 26. So 26, 6 we can write here and 2 is carry. We can add in next sum of next diagonal. So now third diagonal is the sum of 0 plus 1 plus 0 is 1 only. Since we know that 2 is the carry, so 2 plus 1, 3. And here 0 only, no need to write 0. So square of 19 is 361. This is very interesting method. So you can calculate it also by using another method. You will find square of 19 is 261. This is diagonal method, right? One more example I am taking here of 3 digit. Now suppose we need to find the square of 1, 2 and 6. 126. How we can find it? Now since we know that there are 3 digits, it means our grid should have 3 rows and 3 columns. Like this. 3 rows are there and 3 columns are there. And as per rule, we have to divide each box into diagonals. We have to draw diagonals also like this. Right? Since it is a diagonal method, so we need to do this. Now 1 we have to write here, 2 then 6, 1, 2 then 6. Right? So multiply 1 with 1. We know 1. So we can write it 0, 1. In 2 digit your answer should be there. So 1 into 2, 2. We can write it 0, 2. 6 into 1, 6. We can write it 0, 6. Hope you understand. For this box, we can multiply 1 with 2. So 2 will come. So we can write it 0, 2. 2 with 2 for this box. 2 2s are 4. We can write it 0, 4. 6 into 2, we can write it 12. So we can write 1 in upper box and 2 in downside box. So for this box, we can multiply this 6 with 1. So 6, we can write it 0, 6. For this box, 2 into 6, 12. We can write 12 like this. For this box, we can multiply 6 with 6 and we can write 3 as upper box and 6 as downside box. Now, 126 square. What to do now? Start from the bottom end. The first diagonal has only 6. We can write as it is. In second diagonal, see 3 digits are coming together. We need to add them. So 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 7 we can write it. Right? In third, 1, 2, 4, 5 are there. You have to add all these together. 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 1, 12, 12 and 6, 18, 8, carry is 1. Now 2 and 1, 3, 3 and 2, 5 and 1 as it is. So square of 126 is 15,876. Hope you understand. You can use another method also. You can check by using that method whether answer is right or wrong. So this is, guys, diagonal method. With the help of this method, we can find squares of any of the number. Right? There is no boundation for this method. So these were the queries about worksheet number 1. Some students, they wrote me that they have problem in these questions and I discussed here all their problems. Now move to worksheet number 2. Some students, they also have problem in worksheet number 2. Day before 2 days I uploaded there, and some students, they wrote me they have problem in some of the questions. Question number 2, first I am discussing here. 2, 3 boys, they wrote that they have problem in this question. So question was, find the smallest number by which the given number must be multiplied so that the product is a perfect square number. It means the number that is given, first part I am solving here, 23805. This number is not a perfect square, and the question is by which number we should multiply it to make it perfect square, right? So by prime factorization method we can easily find out. So let's use prime factorization method. You all know how to use prime factorization method. So multiply it by 5 first. 5 4s are 20, 3, 38, 7 times 3, 6 are 1. Now it is not divisible by 5. Now let's check for 3, 7, 14. Yes, it is divisible by 3 now. 3 1s are 3 and 15. 3 5s are 15. 2 is left. 8 ja and 7 ja. Now again by 3. 3 5s are 15. 3 2 ja 6 9. 529. 529. Now 5 and 2 7 and 9 6. Now it is not divisible by 3. So yes, it is square of 23 now. So this number is divisible by 23 now. You can check here, you can find square of 23 here. 529 is the square of 23. It means it is divisible by 23, and 23 by 23 one time. So we can write it 5 into 3 into 3 into 23 into 23. You can see pair of 3 we have here, pair of 23 also we have here, but this 5 is alone here. So since 5 has no pair, it means we should multiply by 5 to make 23805 perfect square. You can see here 5 is alone here. We are unable to get pair of 5. So if one 5 is more we have, then only we can make pairs of 5. It means 5 is less there. It means if we multiply this number by 5, then only we can easily make the pair of 5 and we can write this number as perfect square. So we should multiply its number by 5, right? Two more parts are there now. Hope you understand. So you can do rest of the parts by your own. Now next question was that question number 4. Most of the students, they wrote me about this question, right? So let me read first question. The cost of leveling and turning a square lawn at rupees 2.50 per meter square is rupees 1332 2.50. So total cost of leveling the square lawn at the rate rupees 2.50 per meter square is this much. You have to find the cost of fencing it at rupees 5 per meter. So a square lawn is here. Suppose this is a square lawn, right? And we need to find the cost of leveling of this square lawn is rupees 13,322 and 50 paise at the rate 2.50 per meter square. It is given, and you have to find what is the cost of fencing at the rate rupees 5 per meter. So how we can find the land the cost of fencing? So before find the cost of fencing, we need to find Fencing means boundary, and boundary means perimeter. So we need to find perimeter, and to find perimeter we need to find side of the square, right? The conclusion is, first we need to find what is the side of this square lawn. So how we can find square side of this square? It is given here, total cost of leveling as per the rate 2 rupees 50 paise per meter square. It means with the help of this one we can find the side of the square. How? So side of square we can find if we divide this total cost by rupees 2.50, then we can find side of the square. Why we are dividing? Because it is given there the cost of 1 meter square is 2 rupees and 50 paisa. It means area is given there, right? So first area we have to find first. So area is given, area of square. How we can find area of square? By dividing this total cost by rate of cost per meter square. If we divide total cost by rate of the cost per meter square, we will get area of the square. So total cost is given 1332.50 and rate of the cost per meter is 2.50. Right? So by this decimal point we can remove it. By this point we can remove this point. Now 20, we can write it 133225 by 25. It means we have to divide this number by 25. Let's divide it here by 25. 5 times 125, 8 we have here, right? And now 2 we can shift here, this 2, 82, now 3 times 75. Now it is 12, 12 minus 5, 7 we can write. Now after shifting this 2 we have here 72. Now 2 times, so 50 we can write here. So 2 will come, and now after shifting 5 it is 225. Now 9 times. So after dividing this number by 25 we have 5329. And what is this? This is area of square lawn. So area of square lawn is 5329. Now first we need to find side. So how we can find side? Therefore side of square will be square root of 5329. Why square root? This is area and this is area is given, it is 5329. What is area? Area we know that side into side. Right? So side into side means side square. So side square equals to 5329. And if we find side, this will be go under root. So 5329 we have. Now we have to find square root of 53 and 29. So many methods we have here. Any of the method we can use. I am using here this division method. So first we need to make groups. First group is 53. Now 7 are 49. 49 is near to 53. Here we have to add, here we have to subtract. So 14 will come here and 4 we have here after subtracting. Now 29 we have here. So if we multiply by 3, we have here 29. So side side of square is 73, and 73 it is given in per meter square, so 73 meter we can write it. Now this is the side of square. Now the question is, we have to find the cost of fencing at the rate rupees 5 per meter. So fencing means boundary, boundary means perimeter, so we need to find a perimeter. So therefore perimeter of square lawn. What is perimeter square lawn? 4 into side means 4 into 73, that is 212 meter. Right? This is perimeter. Therefore, cost of fencing at the rate rupees 5. So 212 by 5. 1060 rupee is the cost of fencing at the rate rupees 5 per meter. Hope you understand, guys. So what to do? First we need to divide the total cost by the rate of cost per meter square. We'll get square, this area of the square. Once we get area of the square, with the help of this we can find side of the square. And after finding side, we can easily find out perimeter. We know that perimeter of a square is 4 into side. Since all sides or four sides of square are same, so we can multiply this side by 4. Here we have 212 is coming. Now cost of fencing at the rate 5, we have to multiply it by 5 and we'll have 1060 rupees. So this is the cost of fencing at the rate rupees 5 per meter, right? One more question was there, true false question. Some students, they submitted the answer, but the answers were wrong there. So let me explain it how your answer was wrong there. So first part of this question was, the number of digits in a square number is even. Number of digits in a square number is even. Is it possible the square of number of digits in a square number is even? It is not possible. We know that 9 is a square number and digits only 1 is there. 1 is odd number, right? So many examples are there. And you can also see 100. 100 is a square of 10. So there are odd number of digits. So it was false, right? It is not possible that number of digits in a square number is even. So second part was, square of prime number is prime. Square of prime number is prime. It is also not possible. You can prove it by taking any of the examples. 3, we know that 3 is a prime number. Square of 3 is 9, and we know that 9 is not a prime number. So many examples are there. 5, you can see 5 is also a prime number and square of 5 is 25. So many examples are there. So it is also false. It is not possible that square of prime number is prime. Third part was, the sum of two square numbers is square number. Sum of two squares number is square. You can also prove it, you can also check it by using examples. Two square numbers, suppose I am taking 4 and 9. These are two square numbers. 4 is the square of 2 and 9 is square of 3. And their sum is 13, and 13 is not a square number. So it is also false. Next part was, The difference of two square number is square. Now difference of two square numbers is square. Now you can also check, see 9 minus 4, we have here 5. 5 is not a square number. You can take any of the example. So the conclusion is it is not possible, it is false. We can't say difference of two square numbers is square. Next was the product of two square is a square number. What do you think? Is it possible? It is true. Let's check it. 4 is a square number and 9, you can take any of the number. Okay, 9 I am taking. 9 is also a square number. And what is product? 36. 36 is also a square number. It is a square of 6. So it is true here. Now let's check for another example. So I am taking here this time 4 and I am taking here the 100. 4 is a square number, it is a square of 2, and 100 is a square number, it is square of 10. So their product is 400 and it is square of 20. So we can see here this product of two square number is coming square number. So it means it is true. We can say that product of two square number is always square. So it is true here. Next was no square number is negative. This is very important. It means square numbers are not negative. Is it true or false? So just see here. What is square of minus 2? You just think and then. What is square of minus 2? It means if we multiply minus 2 with minus 2, always we have positive 4. Here also 4. It means square of negative number is also positive and positive number is also positive. So there is no scope then square number is negative, right? So it is no square number is negative, it is true. We can't write any square number as negative. Hope you understand. Then two more parts were there. There is no square number between 50 and 60. No square numbers between 50 and 60. This is very simple. You just think about it that square of 7 is 49. Square of 8 is 64. So you can see here just before 50, 49 is a square number, right? And after 60, 64 is a square number. It means in between 50 and 60 there is no square number. So it is true. We can't find any number, square number between 50 and 60. And last part was there are 14 square numbers up to 200. You just think about it. There are 14 squares number up to 200. So you can see, yes, it is true. Why it is true? Square of 13 is 169. If we write squares of numbers from 1 to 13, so 13 square we know that 169, and also 14 square we know that it is 196, and 15 square is 225. So here before that up to 200 we are able to write squares of numbers from 1 to 14 only. So 14 square is 196. After that, if 15 square we write, it is 225. It is bigger than 200. So it means it was true that 14 squares number are there up to 200. It is true. You can see it. Hope you understand, guys. So that's all from today's lesson, guys. I collected your problems here in this sheet, and I have solved each and every problem that you have. Now, still, if you have any problem, you please write to me. In the next video, I will try to resolve your problem, your queries. Right? So, thank you so much. Have a good day.